There it is.
Oh, did you hear that psst today?
That was a big one.
That was more like a pop.
Bone-crunching snap.
Yes.
I liked it.
Exactly.
That had real character.
Nothing was injured. Nobody was injured in the making of this podcast.
If you were at a soccer game and you heard that sound, it would be quickly followed by this sound.
Yes, it would.
Sorry, I got a new sound effect.
Yeah, so you're going to be playing with that all day, aren't
Yes,
you?
I will.
Okay, well, that's okay. So, yeah, so it just, before we get started, since we've been doing this for about 2.5 years now, we're into season 3.
Dear God, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
And there's a new sound effect. Yeah. Oh, awesome. But yeah, so we've been doing this for about 2.5 years now. We're into season 3, so it's come to mind that we ought to maybe remind some folks that, or basically inform some folks that maybe are new listeners that haven't listened from the beginning.
That's you, man.
That would be you. Why we're doing this, what we do. So we met in kindergarten in 1969 in Whitehall, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And we now live down the street from each other. We kind of been around each other for, I don't know, the last 40-some years, however many, 50, 60 years.
50-something.
Yeah, it's 50. Oh, yeah, 56 years now. Yeah, so so we got a lot of history and a lot of stupid shit to talk about. So, and we like to drink beer and sample beer.
We do.
And wine.
And
ciders.
And cider, moonshine,
and other things.
All kinds of things.
Yeah, we focus on beer, but we do other things too.
We do.
And so we're doing this podcast, so we're talking about all kinds of stuff, about life, about growing up in Whitehall, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, some things new, some things old.
Yeah, some things old.
Lots of beer.
Yeah, and we do lots of beer, and we talk to people, interesting people that we find along the way.
Right, and we're here at Lee's beautiful outdoor party palace.
Party palace, yes.
With all the weird noises going on behind us in the neighborhood of Ashburn, Virginia.
Yeah, because on a Sunday afternoon, that's the best time to kick up your power tools.
It sure is.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of buzzing.
Yeah, a lot of buzzing going on. But anyway, so just kind of a reminder. Yeah, we'll get some buzzing going on in a minute. But a reminder about what we do here.
Yeah.
And
no one gets hurt.
And no one gets hurt.
Unless they ask to.
No animals are hurt in the making of this podcast, and no one gets hurt unless
the animal requests to be hurt. If it's a talking animal, it says, hey, give me a little smack.
Give me Well, then maybe okay. All right.
I don't want to, but if
we don't want to, but okay, whatever. And we do other kinds of things, and we explore and try to find new things to talk about. I mean, yesterday we were out in West Virginia.
That's right. We were in West Virginia.
Yeah, we were in
Shepherdstown, home of Shepherd University. Beautiful little town.
Yep.
Not too far from here, about an hour north of here. North and west.
Is it Shepherd University or Shepherdstown University?
Shepherd University, I believe it is.
Really? I thought it was Shepherdstown.
Well, it's Shepherdstown, but I think it's Shepherd University.
Shepherd University, that's where you got to learn to be a shepherd?
Yeah. No, a cute, great town. We had a great lunch at Bistro 112.
Yeah. And you discovered you had an awesome beer.
I did.
I had a Trog's Perpetual Ale. I ordered off the menu.
He played it safe.
That's one of my favorites. And when I saw they had that on tap, I was like, no, I'm going there.
I trusted in the great spirits of West Virginia to deliver me something spectacular, and they did.
And they did, because I tasted your beer and it was good. Yeah.
It was the Bavarian Brothers Harry Hazy River.
Harry's Hazy River IPA or something like that. Yeah.
Holy crap, it was delicious. And I posted a picture online with you standing in it. Which at least what it looks like. It's an optical illusion,
Optical illusion.
And it was an absolutely stunningly good, well-balanced, hazy IPA. It was incredible. I mean, it was creamy and not too... it was just perfect. I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So now we have to go to that Bavarian Inn.
Now we've got to go to that Bavarian Inn.
Which is in
which they're tied to.
So that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun, though. And a beautiful day, too, like today.
Beautiful day. Great meal there at, what was it, Bistro
112.
Great,
very good food there. Lots of good stuff going on.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good day.
It was a good day. But anyway, so what about today? So today we're going to sit down and record an episode.
Yeah.
And we got talking about this a little bit recently, and so we decided we had to just talk about it on the podcast, because our wives are rolling their eyes saying, why are you just repeating this again? Which is part of why we started the podcast, because they got sick of listening to us tell our stories.
That's right.
So summer jobs, part-time jobs, all the things you used to do to try to make money before you actually graduated college and got a got a full-time job and made money, got into a 40-hour-a-week full-time job.
Right.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Yeah. It's a 4-letter word. Work.
work. I thought you meant job. No, that's a three-letter word. That's a three-letter word. But yeah,
jobs is a four-letter.
Jobs. Okay. But you know what? I got thinking about this, and it's a shame that I could never find a job that would pay me in beer.
Well, if we do this right,
if we do this right,
we might actually get there.
We might actually get there.
With somebody, yeah, like that. Well, if anybody wants to, if we got a brewery and you want to get us to talk about your beer, send it to us.
We're glad to talk about it.
Just DM us on Facebook, and we'll give you an address.
Yeah,
gladly accept it as long as you can ship it across state lines into Virginia, which I believe most places can.
Yeah, I believe most places can.
It's not like Pennsylvania where they're like, no,
I don't.
You can't ship beer. You have rules.
I don't know. But anyway, so I was thinking about that earlier, getting paid getting paid in beer.
Yeah.
And do you remember the movie Shawshank Redemption?
I sure do.
What was his name? Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins starred in it.
Yeah.
There was actually a part of that movie where one of the inmates becomes a hero to the inmates because he convinces the people who are running the prison to pay the inmates in beer for the physical labor that they do.
I don't remember that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, but I don't want to go to prison for this. Just if you pay me in beer, cool, but I'm not going to go to prison for it. So
we'll skip that part.
Yeah. But speaking of beer,
what's going on?
I did pop the first beer of the day when we were coming on here, and so it's sitting here, and I'm staring at it, and our glasses are empty. So let's get to it.
Go.
But today we're going to taste 3 beers. It's Pale Ale Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
3 pale ales. 3 pale ales today.
Sounds like a Native American name, Chief Pale Ale Sunday.
And we're starting with Dale's Pale Ale.
Well, that's a lot of words that sound all the same.
Yeah, I almost choked on that.
If you drank it on top of a whale, you'd be on a whale drinking
Dale's Pale Ale. And if you drank it with a snail on top of a whale, you would be drinking Dale's Pale Ale on top of a whale with a snail. Oh, hail.
Don't fall off or it'd be an epic
fail. All right, so taste that and tell me what you think of it. This is a beer we used to drink. We used to drink this down at the beach. I know this beer. We used to drink this at the beach a lot.
Yeah.
Then we discovered it's a little, in the midsummer, it's a little heavy.
It's what, 8? No,
it's a 6.5.
It used to be heavier.
I don't think it used to be heavier, but
8. I swear, because we used to get hammered on it.
Well, maybe that's because we just started drinking it rolling out of bed in the morning and didn't eat anything.
That's hoppy, man.
It is hoppy. It's 65 on the IBU scale. It's pretty up there.
Wow, yeah.
65 out of 100. Pretty up there.
Yeah, that's got
on the IBU scale. It's hopped up.
Yeah, it's got a little haze to it.
It's got a bit of a haze to it.
Bit.
For the most part,
not a lot, but copper color.
Yeah, but that's from Ozark Blues Brewery in Longmont, Colorado. Yeah. And they started actually canning this in 2002. When they were still, I guess, operating out of their brew pub at the time, from what I read about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 2002.
Wow.
I mean, think about it.
I thought we were drinking it before then, but I guess not.
But if you think about that, that's 24 years ago.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday, but it's not.
It's the year my daughter was born.
Really?
Yeah. 02.
Okay. Well, you better remember that then.
Well, yeah. Well, and I do remember us drinking this at the Outer Banks.
I do too.
And then by, halfway through the afternoon, you're like staggering.
And yeah.
I swear, though, it was a little higher alcohol. I think they've toned it down a little because I remember it being up around 8.
And maybe it was. I don't know.
But it's just delicious. Though.
Yeah, it is delicious. But it's been around for a while. And back in 2002, when they first started canning it, they were doing it all by hand. No machines, no big distribution.
Not by foot.
Not by foot.
By hand.
Or hoof. it was by
hoof
hand.
Would be interesting.
Yes, by hand.
Put those horses to work.
So
can that beer, you nersy knave.
Yes. So what do you think of that? What do you get from that? I mean,
I get hops.
That's a nice amber color.
Yeah, good.
I would call that amber.
Yeah, and I would say it's pretty full bodied too. There's a good amount of malt in there.
Yeah.
Right. Hence the color.
Yeah, and the typical pale ale. I mean, the style originated in England.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And the typical color is golden to amber.
Yeah.
And this is kind of,
it can go even a little darker.
Yeah, it can go even a little darker than this.
Times,
this is a nice amber color, kind of a, on the edge between gold and amber.
I think that's a classic IPA. I think it's a really good classic American IPA, to be honest.
I think so. And, IPAs are typically described as hop-forward, malty taste in the back. What do you think on this one?
Yeah, I think that's exactly correct. That is exactly the definition of it. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. And now, pale ales typically run between 5 and 6% ABV. So this one's right. I mean, this one's
a little on the higher side.
On the higher side, and maybe it was higher than that at one point.
I swear it was. I recall that, but I'm old. I could be.
You could be.
Not misremembering because I have CRS.
So would you describe that as smooth?
No, I wouldn't say it's smooth.
I wouldn't either, but a lot of people describe it as smooth in some of the reviews.
It's definitely got the emphasis on the hops, so I consider that kind of more on the jagged side, right?
I do
poking
too.
your mouth there. It's sticking its tendrils in there and digging into your taste buds a little bit, which I consider
the hop
more.
bitterness hangs on in the back end. It's not. You don't get that real malty taste.
And it's not creamy, in my opinion. It's not a creamy beer.
No, definitely not.
I mean, it's just a classic IPA. I think it's well done.
Well, it's not an IPA.
I mean,
pale ale.
India Pale Ale. Sorry.
No, it's a pale ale.
Oh, it's just a pale ale, right? It's American pale ale.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
not
an Indian
pale ale. So what's the difference between a pale ale and an IPA?
Well, one's from India, one's not.
No. We're not going to go in the history of IPAs today because today is Pale Ale Day.
Okay.
But pale ale tends to be a little bit more balanced, less hops. The hops are dialed down from an IPA. The IPAs tend to be stronger, with more assertive hoppiness, and tend to have a little bit more sweetness often because of the amount of malt they put in to push up the alcohol.
Yeah. Okay.
So but this is a good beer. Where would you rate it? Scale of 1 to 5.
It's a solid 3.6.
3.6.
Yeah,
Okay.
3.6. I like it. I mean, it's again we know this beer. We've had this beer. We drank a lot of this beer in the day.
Yes, we did. And this is a good one. I would advocate this for anybody, particularly if you like something that's a little bit more hoppy. On Untappd, 327,000 reviews.
Yeah.
You said 3.6 on a scale of 1 to 5?
Yep.
3.62 is the average rating. For,
closest without going over. I win the beer is right.
You do win the beer is right. So, but anyway,
that's my prize. What was the guy's name who ran the Price is Right?
I don't know.
He got punched out on that.
What?
It was in a movie. He gets in a fight. No, he doesn't get punched out. He actually punches out Adam Sandler. I think it's in the golfing movie. It's really
one of those like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it was a Happy Gilmore one. Yeah, where the guy who what was his name? The guy who ran Price is Right. Oh, not Monty Hall. Yeah.
Monty Hall?
No, not Monty Hall.
I don't know.
No brain. Sorry.
Oh, well.
Brain broke.
All right. Well, let's get back to talking about like jobs, like how
jobs.
we make money. Before you ever had
a job.
Yeah. Thank you. Bowser.
Bowser. Yeah.
Before you ever had like an official job where you got a paycheck, where you were just trying to make some money as a kid.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I sold weed out of my basement.
All right.
No.
Speaking of which, for those of you who are watching this on video, I am wearing my Cannabreeze shirt, fine hemp products here in Virginia.
And I'm wearing my Hoppy Dudes merch. Please buy some merch. It's nice stuff, and you can represent the dudes. And we love when people take pictures in our stuff in cool places. As a matter of fact, we took a picture in our Cannabreeze friend over in Vienna.
Vienna, Austria, not Vienna, Virginia.
Vienna, Austria. So we love that. So please buy some merch. Yeah. I'm going to design new stuff too, by the way, this year. I'm going to get some new stuff.
Cool.
Too. But anyway.
So what'd you do other than sell weed?
I cut lawns. That's all I did. I lifted weights and cut lawns. I didn't get paid.
Somebody was paying you to lift weights?
I wish.
It's like maybe wishing somebody.
I wish. No,
I drink beer and eat chips.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just cut lawns. I cut my grandmother's lawn, and she paid me.
People used to ask me like, "What's your dream job?" I said, "Sit on the couch, drink beer, eat chips, and watch football. Hot, spicy chips."
Oh yeah.
But nobody's paying me to do that.
What would your life expectancy be if you had that actual job?
Less than it is.
43.
Yeah, I would not be alive today.
Yeah, no. So before, like during high school, that's kind of all I did. Yeah, okay. And I had a band, which we will talk about. We're going to get into. We'll talk about at the end. We've got some good stuff coming up.
Some good stuff coming up.
And it includes, I had a punk band back in late 70s, early 80s that we're gonna dig into. We're gonna really chronicle that, which is kind of fun. So I was cutting grass and trying to play in a band that didn't make any money. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, when I was starting in 8th grade into early high school, I inherited essentially a lawn mowing. My first lawn mowing customer.
You inherited?
Yeah, inherited.
What, the guy before it got killed?
No,
and he willed it to you?
The guy who was doing the lawn mowing for this guy for years went off to college. He was my next door neighbor.
Oh, I see.
And he's like, "Hey, you want to take this over?"
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
I have taught you well.
Yeah,
snatch the blade of grass from my hand.
And yes, exactly. And
here's the torch.
I had to get some weird tattoos on my forearm.
Yeah, you had to hold that.
I had to hold
this burning hot
pot. Yeah.
And then you cut grass with no shoes on, right?
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Kwai Chang Caine. Kwai Chang Hall.
Yeah. First, I had to be able to cut the whole lawn blindfolded. And yeah. No, but I cut lawns I started out with one, and then I picked up a couple more, and then that led into the winter shoveling snow for these people.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then that also led to like odd jobs. Like the one guy in particular that I
deliver this package in the middle of the night. No, not like that. No.
And don't associate it with me.
Yeah.
No.
You never saw me.
It was more like I had one customer. I trimmed bushes for a couple of different ones, but this one guy that I was cutting his lawn, his wife was always on him to do this, do that around the house, and he was a lazy piece of crap. He didn't want to do anything, so anything he could pay me to do.
You didn't trim his wife's bushes, did you?
No, but I painted her bathroom. I painted the garage.
That better not be a euphemism.
Painted the garage. Yeah.
Painted the garage. Hey, Lee, can you come over and paint my garage again?
Needs another coat. Nope, wasn't like that.
Bummer. Been like The Graduate, Yes, Mrs. Robinson.
Yes, Mrs. Robinson needs her garage painted, another coat on her garage. But no, I picked up work like that, and it was good. Made a couple bucks here and there.
Yeah.
But the funniest was,
you get a tan. You're outdoors.
Yeah. I was cutting the lawn one day, and he had this crappy electric lawnmower. And I was using this crappy electric lawnmower that you had to drag a cord around
There were no batteries back then.
No. And it was a pretty big yard, so you had this 100-foot long cord just dragging around, which was a pain in the ass.
You don't run over it.
And at one point, the metal handle, I'm holding on to the metal handle on this thing, and the switch, the on-off switch that was on the handle, mounted on the handle, shorted out. It connected with the handle. It knocked me on my ass.
You had a new hairdo.
I flew back and literally landed on my ass on the grass.
Christ.
And my hair's sticking straight up, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, and I thought, well, this is the moment where now he's got to get a new lawnmower now. Nope. He's like, I went and I told him, he's like, oh, well, come with me to the local hardware store, and we're going to buy a new switch, and I'm going to install it, and you're going to learn how to install a switch. And well, great. You going to pay me extra for this?
Grasshopper.
Oh, yeah.
And it led to you becoming an
electrical engineer.
See?
No, actually, what led to me becoming an electrical engineer has a lot to do with the episode we're going to do about your band.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but we'll get into that down the road sometime.
We're like an epileptic
what influenced my life. But so what was your first actual paying job?
Okay, so when I graduated from college, from Muhlenberg.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's go back. At Muhlenberg, I had work study.
Okay.
So I got paid to, sit in the weight room and clean up the weight room and do stuff. And I also got paid to watch the door of the gym.
But we're talking before that, when you were still in high school. Didn't you work for your uncle?
Oh, I did. You're right. I worked for my Uncle Ernie. We worked summers, and we worked with a fellow named
Okay, because I thought I remember you saying you worked for your uncle.
My uncle, who passed away just recently, so this is a very kind of a cool tribute to him, Uncle Ernie. Yeah. Ermie, actually. His name is Ermine, which is really cool. He owned a block of...
But you called him Ernie.
We called him Ernie, but...
Uncle Ernie,
really
like
Wicked Uncle Ernie.
Like Wicked, the Who, Tommy.
No, he wasn't like that.
He wasn't like that.
No, Uncle Ernie was actually a really great guy. One of those people that you can't rattle. He kept his cool in all situations, which I thought was pretty amazing. Unlike my own father, who was very easily rattled. Uncle Ermie was not rattled by anything.
This was his brother.
No, it wasn't his brother. It's really not even my uncle. He's actually my godfather.
Oh, okay.
My mom's, my dad's cousin's husband.
Dad's cousin's.
Yeah, it sounds like we're back in West Virginia,
friend.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're just in Pennsylvania. So
eventually, he kind of worked out around and he's your grandpa or something.
No. He's my godfather, but we called him Uncle Ernie, and his wife was Aunt Betty, Uncle Ernie. So, but he had this whole block of buildings that he rented out to different businesses. Yeah. They were commercial buildings, like big brick buildings, basically. Not brick, but what do you call that? Cinder block.
Oh yeah.
And every so and we had to maintain him. So me and this fella Danny, who lived just down the street, and we're going to hopefully interview him because he's done some amazing things with his life. Seriously, we would renovate the places.
You mean he didn't just sit around on Sunday afternoons drinking beer?
No, he did not. No, he won an Emmy.
Recording a podcast?
No shit, won an Emmy.
Okay.
And a lot of other awards as well. But we would renovate these places, change the configuration inside, do all the carpentry work, put this wall here, change it to this, and we did that regularly year after. For a couple of years we did that, and that was a summer job. And that continued after when I got into college. It continued, but in a different way with our friend Greek, which we'll talk about next.
Okay.
And so I got paid summers, just cash for that. It was a lot of painting involved. You paint. Oh, I need this painted. I need that painted. We got to repaint this. Oh, we got to touch up that.
See, if I'd known this, I could have like subcontracted out the painting of the garage.
The painting of the garage. Yeah. So we had a lot of adventures. There was one day where we just kept. I just kept. We were painting, and I kept painting the handle of Danny's paintbrush. Yeah. And every time he'd set it down, I'd paint it with fresh paint, and he'd go, "Son of a bitch!" He'd get paint in his hand, and then he would immediately start painting and get into the painting. And as soon as he'd set it down again, I was like, I'd do it again.
You were a dick.
I was a dick. It was funny though. It was a really funny day. And he's since forgiven me for that. Well, we actually he and Richie Pence and I made a film together in like 1985 when we were still in college, and we got together and made a film in his garage, and I'm renovating it. Rescue it from VHS now as we speak. I will have that for hopefully for his episode. Okay. When we'll hopefully get up to New York and record him at some point. I haven't set that up yet, so that's a hopefully thing. But I've been in communication with him, and he seems interested in talking about the film is called The Bucket. The Bucket.
Okay, yeah, so stand by for The Bucket.
So all the work of renovation led to actually something quite creative with the three of us, so it was kind of cool.
Well, good. Yeah. So my first actual paying job where I got a paycheck, a paper paycheck at the time. There was no such thing as direct deposit.
No Zelle, no PayPal,
no PayPal, no direct deposit. No, then I think it was like the newfangled thing was the ATM.
Yeah, right.
Which, by the way, my parents were like, I had a bank account, to be able to put my checks into and stuff. And I told my parents I got an ATM card, and they were like in a panic.
It's the devil's document.
Well, people will see you taking money out and rob you, or they'll look over your shoulder and they'll hit you over the head and take your PIN number.
And it's not like that hasn't happened.
It's not like it hasn't happened, but like they were like these were people that I don't think they got I think their first credit card they ever had was they were in like their 70s. Yeah. Because they were just like, oh, no, we're not doing that.
Well, it's like all new stuff. You don't trust it at first until you know. I mean, that's actually kind screwed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You just don't know.
Yeah, let it tread lightly. Let somebody else get screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
And learn from it. But no, my very first paying job, Roy Rogers.
Oh, right. I remember the hat.
The hat.
I was going to wear a cowboy hat today just because of that, and I don't have one that looked anything like your shitty cowboy hat that you had.
Oh, that was
gray.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it gray?
No, it was straw.
Oh, it was straw.
It was a woven straw cowboy hat.
I'm thinking of a different. You had a gray. I
did have a gray cowboy hat, but that was a personal thing.
When you used to go riding.
Yeah, when I used to go riding
in Fullerton.
In Fullerton, yeah.
Like the electric cowboy down Fullerton Avenue, all lit up.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, we should have done that. That would have been funny, but we can't have horses and we don't know how to ride, so it wouldn't have been that funny. Actually, it might have been funnier because we just start with the horse.
Exactly, as you fall off the horse, and just get dragged.
Would have been the beginning of the show Jackass.
That's true. No, but I worked at Roy Rogers. I wore a cowboy hat, a straw cowboy hat, and they had the ugliest red shirt with the weird plaid design on it.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, because I was a fry cook. I was in the back flipping burgers.
Yeah.
Flipping burgers, deep frying chicken, deep frying.
I know a bunch of us came to see you at one point. And torment you at your job.
Oh yeah, but it was just like I remember I would come home from that place and take off my clothes, and like the next morning I'd wake up and I'd be like, there's a pile of clothes in the corner, and my whole bedroom smells like grease.
Grease, yeah.
Just.
And I'll tag on to that with one of my other jobs as we go along. I got a good one.
Oh, I think I know. What
Actually, the reason this podcast is named for what it is because of that. But
I think I know that where you're going.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it was an interesting place because the one thing I wasn't allowed to do because I wasn't 18 yet. You had to be 18 to use the slicer to slice the roast beef.
Yeah, we talked about this in another podcast, right?
That's true, we did.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And there was a dude there that, like, I think he was in his, 20s, somewhere in his 20s. His name was Joel. Joel. And Joel, worked there, and I think, this was, his career.
Oh, poor Joel.
He was working there with the dream that someday he'd work his way up to a manager position.
That's a bummer.
And I can picture the guy, and what I remember was, for the roast beef sandwiches, you had the sliced roast beef, which he could do because he was old enough, and I could help assemble them.
Yeah.
And then you would have the the au jus juice you put over it, right?
Yeah.
But I remember this dude was like, he would say au jus in the weirdest way. It would be like, he's like, go get the can of the au jus. Get the au jus.
That sounds like something a Hebrew person does when they have hay fever. Au jus!
I think the first time he said it, I was like, God bless you. Get the au jus. Oh, God bless you. What do you want me to get?
Cold.
What do you want me to get?
Don't do that over the food, dude.
Yeah. Au jus. He was just like he was obsessed with the big giant, Costco size can of sauce for the roast beef.
Oh my God.
No, but the best thing was one day I was working there, and this I say old dude, he's probably younger than we are now. He came through the drive-thru and he's drunk, and the person that was working the drive-thru was like, "Hey guys," I forget who was even working the drive-thru. It was like, "Hey, can you come on out and help?" Well, help what? He ran over the curb, and he's got his two wheels are off the ground, and he can't go anywhere. His car is stuck
in the drive-thru.
In the drive-thru.
Jesus.
He's blocking up the drive-thru, and this was right before we closed. And it's like, oh shit. So we go out, and there's this drunk-ass, dumb old guy standing there, staring at his car. It's like, just go over, stand over there, and three of us got around his car. He had a small car.
You picked it up?
We picked it up off the curb and put it back on the drive-thru, and then we drove it out of the drive-thru lane because we weren't gonna let him do this. Now, of course, did we put him in a taxi or anything? No, we handed him his order and we threw him back in the car. he just swerved off down the road. Yeah,
he just needed some food.
Yeah, exactly. We helped him.
Well, there's funny you talk about that because I'm remembering not places I worked, but places that I visited where other people worked.
Yeah,
like John Broshak, who's been on our show.
Oh, yeah.
He worked at Jay's.
He worked at Jay's Subs, yeah.
And the funniest thing was, you couldn't take a break unless you smoked.
Yes.
And what did John start doing?
He started smoking.
He was never a smoker.
But he started smoking so he could take a break.
Which I was like,
yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, I saw him standing up back at Jay's and smoking. I'm like, what is that? He started smoking? He's like, no, I just need to take a break, man.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Ivy worked at Roy Rogers, which we talked
about this on another episode. Yeah. Because everybody.
See, we're old. We're just repeating ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Now we just repeat ourselves.
That's right.
But
get off my lawn.
Yeah. Ivy actually, she had. We talked about this on a previous episode. Mm-hmm. When I worked at Roy Rogers. She worked the counter. I was in the back, but everybody had to learn to work the counter just in case. And she had the misfortune of drawing the short straw and training me one day to work the counter.
Oh man,
which was not good. But anyway,
I'm surprised she still even listens to our podcast after that history. Maybe she's plotting.
Well, I'm surprised she still talked to me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway.
Maybe she's just trying to get close so she can stick you, shiv you good.
He had the opportunity there. She could have, like, you know, I don't know.
She could have put you in a slicer.
Put me in the meat slicer, and then Joel would have come around and put some au jus on that. All right. You know what? You know what it's time for? Beer number 2. Because my glass is empty, and it is time for beer number 2.
It's not even half full.
No, it's not even half full.
No.
It is empty.
That's right.
And so number 2, this one is an interesting one.
Okay.
Here on Pale Ale Sunday, it is a great, and I say that because we're recording it on Sunday. Obviously,
That's
it's
right.
not going to come out on Sunday.
No.
But this is the
Sunday.
Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale.
By whom?
Let me give you one of these, and then I'll tell you. Here, you.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Let's do the psst together.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, what's a double
a dual
stereo?
Yeah. So this.
Yeah, look, it's got the dead head on it. Cool.
Yep. And it's
very cool.
Dogfish Head.
Yeah, love these guys.
Dogfish Head from
Muhlenberg alumnus.
Yep.
Sam Caglione.
And these guys are from Delaware.
That's right.
And specifically, it is, what is it?
Rehoboth.
But it says they brew it in Minton, Delaware.
Well, here's
I think maybe they started out in Rehoboth.
yeah, they were, but you know, here's the thing too, though. Also in the Lehigh Valley, the Stroh's Brewery, which is now the Sam Adams Brewery, which
started out as the Schaefer Brewery when we were kids.
Schaefer, Stroh's, Sam Adams, and now Sam Adams has joined forces with Dogfish Head.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Yes.
So they're probably brewing some of this right down the street from where we used to live, which
That's
is
true.
kind of interesting. So.
Yep. Exactly. So taste that
That's
one.
cool. Hazy. I like it.
This is a hazy, and this is interesting. A hazy pale ale. Yeah, you look at that, and that's a golden color.
Okay.
Golden color, and look at the head on that.
That's nice. Yeah, but
A very
juicy.
white, but very thick head on that.
I wonder why it's the Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale.
I don't know. But
Sam's always got interesting, you know, recipes, and he looks into history and does cool things, you know.
Well, now something I read about
is
this,
kinda neat.
which was, I don't know if they were just kind of like being tongue in cheek, or if this is true. It's brewed with granola.
Yeah, why not? It's a grain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sure.
Yeah. It is a grain, right?
Yeah. That's pretty
Well, and it
smooth.
even says it on the can too, if you look at it. I
does
I
it?
had read that, but
Yeah.
when I was looking at this beer,
granola. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Good it's brewed with good karma.
it's brewed with good karma.
That's more important.
Exactly. But yeah,
delicious.
so it's hazy. It's definitely golden.
Yeah, juicy.
Juicy, white head on it.
What does juicy mean? Got like a citrusiness.
Citrusy.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Citrusy. I just want to clarify that.
Citrusy, but also I think there's like you know how like there's I don't even know how to describe it. When you drink orange juice or grapefruit juice, there's a
tang
to it.
Right.
Yeah, a tang to it. And I think
Right.
that's how I would describe
Yeah,
juicy.
no, there's a
right?
tartness.
There's a tartness
A little
to
tartness sting there, which is nice. It's actually I you know me, I love hazies.
it. Yeah.
I'm a hazy guy. I like hazy.
Yeah, no, you're a hazy guy.
I am.
I'm not always a hazy guy. Now, that beer that you drank yesterday was super hazy.
That was amazing.
And I tasted that, and I loved it.
Amazing. Hazy.
It was amazingly hazy.
It was good. Yeah, but this is good too, though. I like this too. I like hazies. So.
Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale from Dogfish Head,
Mm-hmm.
5.3 ABV, 30 IBU. So it's
It's not as hoppy as the Dales.
It's not as hoppy as the Dales,
No.
but the Dales was super hoppy.
Yeah, so this is...
You know, and 5.3, it's right in the range there for a typical pale ale, typical American pale ale.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing too. Like I said, pale ales started out in the UK, in Britain.
Right.
But the pale ales in Britain, the original pale ale, is typically more malty. They've got more of a toffee kind of caramel taste.
Yeah.
A more
Darker.
herbal kind of hop to them.
Yeah.
Whereas the American pale ale version, which, I mean, all three pale ales we're drinking today are American pale ales.
Damn right, American.
Yeah, the APAs typically use American hops, and they're a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more
Yeah.
fruity, piney.
No pine in this one, though.
No pine in this one at all.
I don't get any pine.
Yeah, but not as malt focused as the traditional English pale ale.
Yeah, less malt. That's yep. I like it a lot. I think it's delicious.
I do like it a lot too. So, do you get grapefruit in this?
I do.
Okay,
Sure.
a lot of people
citrus, grapefruit. Yep, little bitterness of grapefruit. Yep, I get that.
A lot of people who review this said,
that's
actually said grapefruit peel, which I find interesting. What's the difference between grapefruit and grapefruit peel?
I don't know. I've never eaten a grapefruit peel, so I wouldn't fucking know.
I have not either. But I definitely get the grapefruit taste.
Yeah, for sure.
So scale of 1 to 5, where do you put it?
3.8.
3.8. Okay.
I like hazy, so I put a little bit above the Dale. So.
You're right there today because
seriously.
Yeah, on Untapped, 44,900 reviews, 3.79.
Look at me. I went over though. I don't win the Price is Right.
You went over. You don't win the Price is Right for whoever that guy was.
Monty Hall.
Is it Monty Hall?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, maybe somebody can tell us.
Monty Python, Monty Hall.
Monty Python, Monty Hall. Maybe somebody will
Montezuma.
Maybe somebody will educate us on that topic.
Educate us, dumb Americans.
So while we're drinking our juicy pale ale, our Grateful Dead juicy pale ale from Dogfish Head, let's talk a little bit about. You started into it.
I went down the wrong road there.
Your jobs during college.
Yeah,
so you work study?
Yeah, I had work study at Muhlenberg, and I was in charge of we had a brand new.
You're in charge of working and studying?
Well, yeah, you would, because we were either working in the weight room.
Yeah.
Kind of just overseeing it, making sure all the weights get put away, and anybody has a problem working something, weights, you can help them, whatever, spotting somebody, whatever, you're just hanging out in the weight room, or you're at the door to the big sports facility, which was, the track and everything, so you had to check people's IDs, you couldn't just let anybody in the door.
You have to be a certain age to get into the track? I mean, what?
No, you had to have a Muhlenberg ID. They didn't want some guy from the Liberty Tavern coming across. Hey, fucker, I'm coming in to lift some weights, and I'm drunk as shit, and I'm 63 years old. Let me in. So
trust me, nobody from the Liberty Tavern was looking to run.
Well, actually, it was the Mule back then.
That's
wasn't
true.
The Liberty Tavern. This is before it was the Mule, which was a cool place, and the Liberty Tavern was.
That's because the Muhlenbergs were the Muhlenberg Mules.
Mules, that's right.
And it was right there on the corner.
Fear the Mule. Fear the jackass. Anyway, we had to check the IDs. So there's a funny story. One of our other guests, Joe Thomas, who is up in Annapolis, he went to Muhlenberg with us, and he had the same job. And I got two good stories for him. He was working the door one night, and the Psychedelic Furs were playing in the gym because we had concerts there.
Yeah, okay.
We had great concerts there. We had the Psychedelic Furs, we had the Stray Cats, we had Billy Idol. I mean, we had some of my best concerts.
Good concerts.
Some of the best shows I've ever seen were in that damn gym, the basketball gym, which is crazy because you're right there.
Yeah.
Right? And so he didn't know the Psychedelic Furs. He didn't know who they were. He was a Springsteen fan. Right?
Okay.
He was working the door. So the next day.
Wait. If you're a Springsteen fan, does that preclude you from being a Psychedelic Furs?
Well, Psychedelic Furs were new wave stuff, and he
okay.
wasn't into that. He was into Springsteen, basically. And he was a Springsteen real fan. He was a real fan. I mean, he really dug Springsteen. Yeah. And so he wasn't in that world of the Psychedelic Furs, right? Okay. So he told me the next day, I was telling him about the concert, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I met the singer." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, there was a door in the back where people would come in." And apparently the singer, Richard Butler, who is freaking phenomenal, came out with his girlfriend and went out to smoke. Yeah. But after rehearsal or something, was smoking out there, or while the warm-up band was on or something. And JT, he tried to come back in, and JT says, "Let me see your ID." No, this is Richard Butler, man. He did not look, obviously doesn't look like a student, right? Right. He's older. Yeah. And he's smoking, and the woman says to him, "Do you know who this is?" He goes, No. He goes, he's Richard Butler. And JT goes, "Oh, is he with the band?" She goes, "He is the band." Because, Richard Butler was the star, right? And so JT said, "Oh, sorry, come on in." Sorry, man. Yeah. And then the other one is great. This is also JT. I came in, and he was working, and again, studying, right? Because you're sitting at the door, and you have a lot of time you're not doing anything. So he was studying. And I come in, I had to relieve him. I think it was my turn next. Yeah. And I come in, I was talking to him a little bit, and he's talking to me, and all of a sudden, I see blood
Oh, we talked about
we?
this
With the
when
blood
JT was
dripping
on.
with the glass.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I was like, Jesus Christ! That was all. That was that job. Was working that, and I actually eventually became an RA there, which was the worst job ever. That did not go well.
A resident assistant.
Yeah, resident advisor. Yeah, that
Advisor.
did not go well. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lady running it was nuts. I think I did it for 1 year, and I said, "Fuck this, I'm out." Yeah, that was a bad gig. Yeah. It paid. I mean, you got lots of good tuition reimbursement for that, but
yeah. Well, it
was not good.
I had a great gig in college. I mean, I worked at Sears parts department.
Oh yeah, the parts department.
Oh yeah,
parts is parts.
This is where you have to go. Like if you got something and it's broken and you need a part for it, you can go there and get it. And I will tell you that actually turned out to be one of the most beneficial experiences for me of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because as I got that job like at the very end of high school. First of all, it was 40 hours a week during summers. And then I worked there part-time, during school and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But it paid like $4.10 an hour, which at the time, $4.10 an hour back in, this was in 1982, was good money.
Yeah.
And 40 hours a week. And if you went over 40, you get paid time and a half.
Yeah. You did this during the summer, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, the thing that was great about that place was you learned to deal with people. Because, let's face it, this is not like working in a store.
Yeah.
People come in a store, they're happy, they're buying something.
Yeah, no, somebody's pissed off.
You come
Shit don't work.
You come into Sears, you come into a parts department, you got something that's not working.
Yeah.
You're
My wife's complaining, I can't get it up, can you fix that? Not back then they couldn't.
Not back then they couldn't. But I will tell you, like we had all kinds of crazy stuff going there. Twice in the years that I worked there, the few years that I worked there, we had to call the police to take away customers.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I mean one afternoon, this dude brought in because we also had service, and you had to like rotate between parts and service. Dude brought in this vacuum for service, and he wanted it covered under warranty. And the thing looked like, I swear to God, it looked like he was vacuuming a dirt field.
Oh
like,
my God.
I mean, it was trashed. And he's like, it's
vacuuming the sewer system out of New York City.
He's like, it's still in the warranty period.
Oh.
And the manager's like,
no.
This, like, that's for like normal wear and tear.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were doing with this, but this is not normal wear and tear for like a 2-month-old vacuum.
The Aegean stables he was vacuuming.
Yeah.
Him and Hercules were busy.
This dude started choking the manager.
Oh, Jesus, are you kidding me?
We had to call a cop. The state cops, because we were right near the state police barracks. State police showed up, they cuffed him, they dragged him away.
Oh my God.
We had one time, this woman came, she didn't have her model number, all she knew was, she threw a screw on the counter. She said, I need one of those. It's like,
oh, that's like painting the garage. She needs a screw.
She needs a screw. We had over 5 million parts you could order for everything Sears had ever produced.
Oh my God!
I'm serious. Like we worked on microfiche at the time.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have computers. We worked on
the daze.
Yeah, and no shit, you could get parts for like. At one point, Sears sold prefab homes. You could buy a house, right? And
in the catalog, right?
Yeah, in the catalog, and then you put it's delivered and you put it together. Yeah. We sold parts for the house, parts for like the
that's crazy.
Wood stoves from the 1800s, and it was like, but we can look all this up. But you got to give us a starting point. Like, what's your model number?
Yeah. Don't know.
And this woman comes in, she throws a screw on the counter. I need one of those. Well, what's it for? What's your model? What's it? Now, so she goes charging in the back, and she's running up and down the aisles of the parts we stocked, looking for the screw. She's looking for
Looking for the screw.
And my manager's like, you can't be back here. We had to call the police. The police took her away, too. Oh, but the best was, I got 2 more stories about this.
Yeah.
It really taught me to deal with people. I could do a whole podcast episode on just working at Sears because of the crazy shit that went on there. Yeah. But
now you've got your soapbox here, buddy.
Now I'm on my soapbox. And
Pay attention.
This lady, I'm waiting on her, and she's got the biggest purse I've ever seen. It's like she's got a steamer trunk with a strap on it, and she's got it on the counter, and she's like, and, you know, it's going through the whole. I forget what she was looking for, what part she was looking for. It's the whole thing. Well, what's your model number? What you know? And she's like, oh, I got that stuff written down here, and she goes to go in her purse, and she's like, oh shit, and I'm like looking at her. And this woman was probably in, I don't know, maybe her late 30s or whatever, 40 years old. And but I'm like 19, right? And she's like, oh, shit. And I'm like, okay, what's she going to pull out? She dumps her purse out onto the counter. She had gone to, like, I don't know, someplace for breakfast that morning. You know the little packets of syrup you get? Mm-hmm. You know, like you peel them open and pour them on your pancakes or your waffles or whatever. Yeah. She had taken some of those from the restaurant and threw them in her purse, and it opened. Oh. So now everything in her purse is covered with syrup.
Oh, nice.
And she dumps it on the counter.
Oh, now everything on the counter is covered in syrup.
Oh.
And that's going to smell like that for a month.
Oh, my God, what a mess.
That's funny.
But that was one thing. And then we had a guy there that worked there. He was like the senior counter guy. He was a full-time employee. His name was Eddie. And Eddie was originally from Trinidad. And he had this heavy accent, heavy island accent, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that was.
I got your pot, man.
And Eddie was great. Like he trained everybody. He knew the parts inventory inside and out. He's the person who could have looked at the screw the woman threw on the counter.
What it is, yeah.
I'll go get you one of those. I know exactly where it is, right?
Like Eddie.
Yeah, I like Eddie, but. Eddie
was his last name Grant? Mm-hmm. Did he sing a song called Electric Avenue?
Maybe. He wound up there in Allentown because he had gotten a divorce from his wife. He was living in Philly. Yeah. And he was driving up the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and his car broke down at the Allentown exit.
And he just stayed.
He just jumped out, grabbed his backpack, which was everything he owned, took the plates off the car, and walked away.
That's hilarious.
And just lived in Allentown. And he'd been working there for years. It was funny as hell. He was funny, and he always. No customer ever rattled him. And customers would come in there, they'd yell at you, they'd scream at you. Like, I got a bunch of people coming over for a barbecue, and my grill doesn't work, and I need a new lighter or igniter.
Don't worry, man.
Yeah, don't worry, man. Yeah, so one day,
take care of you, man.
Some customer is just going off on him and abusing him. I think Eddie had to tell him, that part is like, we have to back order it, and it's not going to be available for weeks. We don't have it. We can't even get it for like maybe a month. And the guy's like screaming at him. Jesus. And Eddie just very calmly, and we're all now like looking over here, like we're waiting on other customers, those of us that are working there. And this guy's screaming at him, and Eddie looks at him and he goes, "Sir, I know exactly what you need to do." And the guy looks at him and he's like, and he stops talking. He's like what?
Go fuck yourself, man.
Close. And he goes, what you need to do is you need to pick that thing up, this part off the counter. You need to put it in your pocket. You need to go home. And you need to take a really big shit. Because that will make you feel better.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh my God. The guy turned like 15 shades of pink to red, and then he stormed out of the place.
That's awesome.
And we're all laughing like hell. And our boss, who was right around, and our boss was like a retired Marine. That was the one thing I learned, to fold a flag, because every day take the flag down, you had to do it right.
I learned to do that at West County at Pleasant Hill.
There you go. Yeah. So our boss comes out and he looks at him. He goes, that was the funniest.
That was awesome.
He's about to like fire at it. He's like, yeah, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Awesome. He turns around and walks back in. Well, but anyway, so Sears was a great experience.
No, that's
Sears
awesome.
was a great experience.
You can't.
Yeah,
that brings up, I got two things here to add. One is that a friend of ours, Bill, worked at one of the stores in the Whitehall Mall.
Yes.
As a security guy.
I remember that.
And do you remember the story of the guy in the wheelchair?
No.
A guy in a wheelchair stole something, and Bill saw him, and he took off, and he ended up down on MacArthur Road on one front, and Bill's chasing him down MacArthur Road, and the dude's in a wheelchair, and it was like a chainsaw or something. It was something big, and the dude's like boogieing down MacArthur Road, and in a wheelchair.
I remember Bill talking about that
That was
job
the worst job ever.
Where he talked about like
it was Clover or something. It was one of the stores in the Whitehall Mall. I can't remember which one it was.
No, it was Sears.
Was it Sears?
It was Sears, yeah.
Oh, dear God.
And I remember he caught a woman who used to wear a wig and stuff things up under her wig.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And then there was one day he was working there and somebody stole a TV.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And nobody saw him. Like, nobody saw the person take the TV. Yeah. And this wasn't in the era of cameras and all that.
Big fat TV.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, and a portable TV way.
Yeah.
It's portable. It's got a handle on it. No way you're carrying with that stupid handle.
No.
Right? No. Yeah. It weighs about 100 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, and all of a sudden the TV's going. What the hell?
The great heist. The Whitehall Mall.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, then the other job I did do during college for my Uncle Ernie again. He got into the thing where we built pools.
Oh, I remember that.
It was Dr. Feelgood was the company, and
Dr. Feelgood?
I shit you not, Dr. Feelgood was the company, and they did hot tubs, but they branched into these pools. Yeah. And so we had these pools that were above ground pools. Yeah. But you dug down. They were Australian. They were from Australia, and you dug down
you had
about
to get to
2
Australia
feet.
to anchor it.
No, so it was kind of half above ground, half below ground.
Yeah, okay.
So it made it a little lower. You could kind of climb in better. I don't know what the idea was. I don't even know. But me and
made you feel good.
Me and Greek were high. Me and Greek.
Yeah.
And honestly, out of all the people that were there to do the pools, we were the bright ones, which is saying something because we didn't know shit about pools. But we figured stuff out. We had
there's water and you jump in it.
We put one up in Stroudsburg.
Okay.
Where the
Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And that's, if you've ever dug in the ground up there, it's all just boulders and rock. Like this pool, it was fucked up. Like it was supposed to be level, but we hit rocks that were like as big as this where we're sitting. Yeah. It's like we're not moving that.
You're right.
So we just built around it. It was the worst demo pool ever.
Now you call it textured.
Oh yeah, right. This is a custom pool.
It's a custom pool, yeah.
But it was a display.
It's not just
pool.
a flat bottom like everybody
else. But
else.
that was for display. That was just for. But we had some that we did. We had one that we did over in Bethlehem. Me and Greek, and we were putting this pool in, and I think we had a couple people in the crew too, real characters. One of the guys,
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, not the Middle East.
No, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. One of the guys, Greek nicknamed. Greek nicknames everybody. This guy was Buffoon. He was a young guy, and he was just. He wasn't book stupid. He was like he was like a physics guy. He was smart, but he couldn't do any manual labor. But that's what he had to do, like push a wheelbarrow. He didn't know what he was doing. Every time we're like, oh, Buffoon, no, and it would happen. But we built these pools, right?
Yeah.
And we're in this lady's yard, and we're building this pool, and it's coming out perfect.
Yeah.
Like no shit. It's in the summer. It's coming out perfect. Like, oh, this is the best pool we've ever done.
Yeah.
Until a storm comes up.
Oh, I remember you telling me.
And I mean a storm, like not just a storm, a goddamn tornado. A freak tornado in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania comes up. And we are filling this, so what you do is you put the pool in and then you start filling it to set the liner. So you get about you're getting some water in there to keep it down. So we had about a foot of water in this pool.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. And this storm comes up, and I swear to God, I see a tree. It was like Andy M. Uncle Henry. I see a tree, a witch riding a bike with
a basket with a dog.
I shit you not. I see a tree go by, and I look at Greek, and the pool is going wah wah wah, and Greek's holding on to it like he's gonna save it, and I'm like, Greek, get inside now.
Just let it go.
No. Finally, I grabbed him. I was like, get away from there. He didn't want to let go of the pool, man. It was so funny, man. It was a mess. The pool, it was damaged because shit hit it. It was. We're lucky we're alive, though. Shit was flying through.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Oh, well. But didn't you, I mean, you had some other jobs then, like towards the end of college, right? I mean, you worked at Chi Chi's, right?
Yeah, so you're right. So I was done with college. I was going to grad school.
Okay.
So I had some
you
time.
were in between, yeah.
I had some time until went to the University of Maryland. So I had the summer, and so I got a job at Chi Chi's. And that lasted.
No.
Chi Chi's in the Whitehall Mall.
Chi Chi's is a Mexican restaurant.
Right.
I think it's a chain.
It's a chain. But it was a chain.
It was a chain. I don't even think it exists anymore. But there weren't, it wasn't a big chain.
No, it wasn't a big chain. But I got a job there in the kitchen, right? Cooking.
Yeah.
And I was at the grill. I was running the grill. I wasn't running the grill. It was a guy running the grill, and he was teaching me how to do the grill.
Yeah.
Not the brightest bulb in the box.
Okay.
And so I would. And here's the thing: I would work. Like you did.
Was his name Joel?
Might have been.
Does he talk to you about the Mexican au jus?
It might have been.
I guess would be salsa.
It's very possible it might have been. However, so what happened was I worked there 2 nights, and every night I went home, I had these sneakers on, rubber-soled sneakers.
Yeah.
And I would take the sneakers off, and I'd go to bed, and I'd set the sneakers by the bed, and then in the morning I'd get up, and around the sneakers I noticed there was a pool of grease and oil that had oozed back out of the sneakers to about 15 inches wide. It was in a puddle of oil.
Yeah.
And I just went, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
By the third night, this is why 3 nights at Chi Chi's. By the third night, I went back to work, and I was already distraught about the puddle of grease that I was that was coming out of my shoes.
Yeah.
When the guy who ran the grill said, "All right, we're going to clean today's grill cleaning day. We're going to clean the grill, but we're going to wait towards the end of the shift." I said, "Okay."
Okay.
No, not after the shift. During the shift.
Towards the end of the shift.
I had to climb up on the grill and clean the hood of the grill while they were still cooking on the fucking grill.
With your greasy
with my
shoes.
greasy ass shoes, and I'm just like, I'm gonna slip and I'm gonna hit that grill and I'm gonna be in the hospital because I'm gonna have 3rd-degree burns on my arms or whatever hits the grill.
Whatever hits the grill.
And after that, I said, I told my mom and dad, I said, I can't do this. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm out.
And then I got a job at Weiss's Market.
Yeah.
That was in West County, right?
No, that was in Whitehall.
It was in Whitehall.
It was in Fuller. It was in Fuller, yeah. Because it was at the Whitehall Mall.
And I worked for at that time, your father-in-law, Larry.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Larry. And that was I just remember I worked a lot of stocking. I stocked a lot of shelves.
You worked in stocking?
What
was it
look,
like?
I think some of the people did work in stocking. Some of the men did work in stocking.
I don't care. No.
There were some odd people there. There was one guy.
Everybody do your thing? Yeah.
There was one guy who was a bodybuilder guy, and this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, he was really into, eating properly, and he was more of a hick bodybuilder. He didn't know what he was doing, but he was going to try.
He was a wannabe bodybuilder.
He was a wannabe, but he would eat tuna fish out of the can for lunch.
Yeah.
Which is, okay, that's what bodybuilders do. He'd put mustard all over it.
Mustard?
Mustard, like French's mustard all over the tuna fish in the can and mix it up and eat it. Yeah, it's good. I'm like, no. It was an interesting time, but I did cut I had to go to they give you the box cutters. Don't ever cut towards yourself, right?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You cut towards yourself.
And what happened?
You cut yourself.
Yeah, wham, right across my finger, my left ring finger. And I immediately grabbed it because when I hit it, blood squirted out. And I went, oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
So I grabbed it like this, and then I went like this.
Yeah.
Kept my thumb on it and drove myself to the doctor where they stitched it up. And I got workman's comp for that one.
Okay.
And Larry was just like, what did I tell you? Like, I know, Larry, I know.
Don't cut towards yourself.
Just shut up.
Idiot.
I know. I'm a jackass.
Oh, wow. All right, well, we got one more pale ale to try here, and this one hits close to home. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
A Lord
Chesterfield Ale by Yuengling. Now they're rebranding it Chetty. Look at that.
They're rebranding it. Yeah, they're trying to modernize it.
Chetty.
Yeah, Lord Chesterfield Pale Ale.
That's what I'm talking.
Is a little bit,
this is a good one.
That's a little bit formal. So now we're calling it Chetty, and I mean, check that out. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's a nice looking.
Used to be able to only get this in bottles. Remember?
You used to only be able to get it in bottles,
and now,
even now, you don't get it around here in Virginia.
Oh hell no.
You don't get it
and this was gifted to us.
This was gifted to us, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But check that out, Lord Chesterfield from Yuengling.
That's great.
So
now it's not a pale ale; it's just an ale.
Yeah. So I mean, we're working our way around. I guess mostly the north north and west today. So we've been in Colorado.
Yeah,
with the
Delaware.
First beer. We've been in Delaware, and now we're up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Up in Pottstown. Right?
Tour
Oh,
de
no,
Tail.
Pottsville, not
Pottsville.
Pottstown. Pottsville,
Correct,
yes.
correct.
Lord Chesterfield Ale, Yuengling Brewery, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
I just love this beer. I really do.
I do too. That's it. That's good. And they use basically a European style 2-stage brewing.
Yeah.
To like basically pump up the bitterness, right? And then they do this. They kettle in the brew kettle. They hop it, and then they dry hop it during fermentation as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
got to tell you, it's really balanced.
It is.
It's a hell of a beer.
It's now that's.
But it's also nostalgic too, man.
Yeah, this is golden, but it's more almost like straw.
Yeah,
almost
straw,
a straw
and
color.
there's really not any cloud to it. It's pretty crisp.
It's a pretty crisp beer, definitely crisp, clear, very clean, very smooth.
Nice.
Do you have a little bit of sweetness at the end?
A little bit.
Okay.
I love it. I think it's great. I mean, I'll give this like a 3.9.
You give this a 3.9?
I do, because it's kind of special. It's got a special place in my heart, and it also is a really well done beer. I mean,
it's a
really well done ale.
It's a 5.4 ABV, and it's 32 on the IBU scale. So,
you know what? That's
it's right in around the same as the Juicy that we tried on the IBU level, and on the alcohol level ABV. 5.4, 5.3.
Yeah.
So it's right there. Yeah, and you said you'd give it a what?
3.9. No, 4.2. Give it a 4.2.
A 4.2.
I got a 4.2. That's
all right. Well, you're a little bit more generous, and I think it's the nostalgia kicking in for you.
I expected that. Yeah.
28,700 reviews on Untapped. 3.2.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah, I think that's low.
That's low.
I think that's low. I give this a little bit higher too.
4.
I give this a little bit higher too.
Yeah, that's a good beer.
But but this is a good beer here.
Yeah.
And so as we kind of come around after college, our transition to work life. I mean, to full-time work life. Once I, graduated from Penn State, I went to work started out, I was a civilian employee with DOD, and
that's right. You were a Govy.
I was a Govy, and I did that for a few years, and then I moved off to contracting work and did contracting work for years. And
you've been in that life ever since.
Well, until 2 years ago, as you know,
exactly.
2 years ago I retired. Yeah. And now I just sit around and do this stupid podcast. I drink beer and do podcasts. I do a stupid podcast.
That's good. Well, I went to University of Maryland. I was a teaching assistant there, which was great. I really enjoyed it in the radio, television, and film, discipline there, and I got to teach TV production and lots of cool stuff there. And then my wife and I had a flood, which we lost everything we owned in 1989. And I got a job down in Roslyn, in Arlington, working for my first production place. I was an editor there.
Yeah.
So I made a demo real quick at school, and I went, "Can I use this gear?" Like, yeah, sure. I made a demo, and I got a job, and I stopped graduate school because I was almost done.
Yeah.
But all my shit was ruined. I was working on a thesis film. It was going to be cool. And as a matter of fact, speaking of that, I was working with an actor from Whitehall.
Oh, really?
Who was the brother of a girl we graduated with. His name was Kevin Doyle. He was at University of Maryland in the theater department.
Really?
Yeah, it was her younger brother, Kevin.
Oh, Colleen's brother?
Colleen Doyle's brother. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a vampire spoof we were doing, and he was great. He was really good. I put out some feelers for somebody who wanted to be in a film, and he responded, and sure enough, he was very good. And unfortunately, the film got trashed in the flood I had.
Yeah.
I still have it in the thing, but it's full of mud. It got like red clay all over it. No one will even clean it because it will gunk up their stuff. So
yeah.
Maybe someday I can get it clean, but right now,
bring it over here. We'll hose it.
Maybe it might work.
Get the hose out.
Actually, the worst part is the audio tape for it, because we recorded it separately and you put them together later, is what really got mangled in the flood. It got all the silt all over it, so I think it's just compromised. I don't think there's any audio left, so make a hell of a silent film.
Yeah, well, anyway.
I did that, and then I did a couple other production jobs, and ended up doing contractor work like you after 9/11.
Oh, and here you are. But yeah, no. So I guess that's the story, but let's hang this up and drink some more beer. And
well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming, though. We're planning the next. We've been working on the next season, and we've got some exciting.
This season,
yeah, this
we're into this season already.
Yes, this season.
But we've got a number of things lined up.
Yeah, we do. We've got some good music stuff coming up. First off, we're going to go do the Ripsaw Chronicles. We've got in touch with some original Ripsaw members.
And that's your band from when you were in high school?
Yeah, my punk band. And, we've got Al Capaldi, we got a hold of him. And I got Bud Heyman, who was drummer in the second iteration of the Ripsaws. And we've got I'm digging up some great stuff. I'm finding stuff I forgot I had. And kind of remastering it and getting it ready, and my sister was in that band, as you recall.
Yep.
Yeah, and we've got some good stuff coming there. We've got some other musicians from up in Dillsburg,
PA, yeah,
who we see a lot down here, who we've synced up with. We're gonna have a nice interview with them.
Yep.
And probably
that's going to come up the end of July. We're going to do that at the end of July and do that at a winery.
Right, and I'm hoping to get Douglas Wayne, because he got some new songs out. He's got a new one out now.
Yeah, we interviewed him last year, right around Oktoberfest.
And I think he liked that. I think we should do that again. Yeah, so he might have a couple songs by then, and we could talk about that and have some fun with Doug. So I think that'll be cool. And then we've also got Jake.
Yeah, we got upcoming. We had talked to Jake before in the brewery part of his operation, but now we're going to go over to the distillery part of his
Jake
operation.
Blackman from Hub City Brewing. Now we're going to Jake, who's running Church Street Distillery,
and he's going to sample some of their stuff.
Up in Gaithersburg, or up in Hagerstown.
Right. So we got we got a number of things scheduled.
Yeah, fun stuff. And the Ripsaws thing is huge. It's going to be quite a few episodes, because there's first off, there's multiple iterations of the Ripsaws, and there's just so much that went on.
There's lots of nonsense.
Oh my God, is there nonsense? And there's so many stories from a variety of different vectors and angles that it's interesting. It's like a giant documentary, which is kind of cool. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So wait, one shout out before we go.
Oh yeah.
This Yuengling Chesterfield Ale, Lord Chesterfield Ale, Chessie. Shout out to Tommy Durhammer.
Yeah. Sniff, baby.
Because he came down to the area from Pennsylvania. He's still living in Pennsylvania, and he had heard us talking about the fact that we like Chesterfield Ale, but we can't get it down here. And he brought us a 12-pack and was like, "Here you go, guys."
Well, he brought us a 12-pack of Chesterfield and a couple others that were fantastic.
Brought us a couple other things that were fantastic.
Real good beers. Yeah. I mean, and we talked with Sniff, and we need to get him. I want to get him on this podcast maybe in the fall around football time. Because Sniff was a hell of a football player, and get JT down here, and we get the two of them to really dig into Whitehall football a little bit. I think that'd be one hell of a podcast.
That would be an interesting podcast.
And Tommy has a great memory for a whole lot of stuff. I mean, he's like a human recorder. I was like, wow, he remembered a lot of shit that I forgot. Yeah. And the conversations with him are fun. So hopefully we get Tommy. But thank you so much, Tom, for the beer.
Yep. Shout out and thank you.
Anybody who gives us beer is the shit.
It's good.
Yeah.
So hey, if you like us, follow us. We're on all the platforms out there. Like us.
Yeah.
Share us.
Buy merch. Bastards.
All right, we're out.
Dudes.